This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and yes, I am still under the weather, but am I getting butterflies and feeling fabulous? Sure am, because I was sent the new Black Platinum 6 die cutting machine from Spellbinders, and this is the collaboration machine between two of my favorite places, scrapbook.com and Spellbinders, coming together to create this beautiful machine. And they asked, would you like to play with it? I sure would. Alrighty, so let's do an unboxing. So it comes in this beautiful box, and this is that black machine with the pink cutting plates, and you can buy those pink cutting plates separately. Also, if you have not told everybody what you want for a Christmas gift, this might be on that list. You know, get your kids to pull together too to get it. That's what I do. Alrighty, let's do the unboxing. Let's open up. Crafters, isn't this exciting? Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Spellbinders and scrapbook.com. And thank you for collaborating on this beautiful machine. Now, I thought the machine, because it's black, you know, it wouldn't be that pretty. I saw a video recently, so I must have put it in my head. And I was like, oh, the machine is super pretty. Ooh, she's pretty. That's the handle. I'm unboxing here off to the side a little bit. Ooh, look at the excitement. Alrighty, let me take this out. One-handed. There we go. Oh, and it comes with a tool-in-one. Yay. Oh, that's so cool. So this is a black tool-in-one. There's also a white tool-in-one as well. Oh, this is nice. Okay. There is the machine. So this machine can only be purchased at scrapbook.com. Let's talk about the beauty of this black machine. Now, what I love the most about it, it's pretty. The finish. See? No fingerprints. Because when it's shiny, in certain colors, in darker colors, you touch it, you're seeing everything. But look at this, it's like a matte black. Oh, with the handle. Even the handle's not showing my fingerprint. So pretty. Crafters, are you loving this? Are you loving this? Ooh, look at that too. Opened up, everything is in black. Base, handle. I gotta put this on too. So it comes with the handle, and you get this cute little Allen key. Keep this. And I'll show you how I keep mine. I keep my original Platinum 6 in a Ziploc bag like this. The paperwork and everything for this machine will be going in here along with this Allen key and my old Allen key, okay? That's the best way to store it. If something does happen, you can always have the information at hand with who to contact if you need to ever contact somebody. But these machines, they're fine, they're fine. Just took off the packaging for all of this. This is the universal plate system. Ooh, look at the pink plates. Oh, that's so pretty. Ooh, I'm loving that. Let me just read my little booklet. Spellbinders and scrapbook.com. I love that so much. So I zoomed out a little bit. I'm going to assemble this part, okay? It comes with 4 pieces. It comes with a washer, a little screw, the Allen key, and the cover once you assemble this part. So you're going to put the washer on first, like that. Then insert. Let me insert it with the Allen key attached. Come on. Am I there yet? Yes, I'm there. And then just hold this and turn. Oh, easy. There we go. There we go. Don't over tighten because you don't want to, oh, I can't remember the word. I'm too excited. You don't want to mess up your threading. Oh, on the screw. I just can't remember what the word is. And then here is a little stopper that goes right in there. And then I just put that little stopper. See what it looks like? Flawless. Love. Alrighty. Let's now put this machine, this beautiful baby aside, and let's look at all the accessories. So we have the black tool-in-one. Ooh. And you can use this for cleaning out your dies. And I believe you unscrew and you can store the bits in here. Oh, this is pretty. This is used to clean out your dies if you have a bunch of little bits. So there's a tool-in-one, and then here's that little weeding tool, which I don't use electronic die cut machines, so pretty much I won't be using that. You never know. You never know. Maybe with the stitching. it'll come into play. Pretty, pretty. So I'm going to put this in my Ziploc bag, the instructions. And there's another paper here, register to receive. You get $5 off. Put that too so you can register your machine. There's a Mylar shim, embossing mat, adapter plate. I use this one a lot with the 3D embossing folders. Cutting plate pink, and second cutting plate in pink. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Platform top, platform base. Alrighty, crafters, so you know what this means. I have now 2 full sets of the universal plate system because I already bought mine when it first came out. I was like, oh, I wanted to be able to do those 3D embossing folders. And I like how this system is, even though it seems like a lot of sandwiches, it's very clear instructions. For the regular embossing, right here, the cutting plate, the embossing, the platform top, which is that, and then the platform base, which is this. And then for 3D embossing, that thick gray one, the 3D embossing folder and the plate. And then just regular cutting. Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, so what is here is repeated here. Oh, you know, I never even noticed that before. I went into this thing like how a man, if he's assembling something, he doesn't read the instructions. Yeah. I was just looking at the bottom with the embossing part. Oh, that is too funny. Now I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. So I have these 2 beautiful pink cutting plates. And in reality, which is, I will not use both of these together. I'm going to save one because I'm only going to use this one as a top plate. Here is my existing universal plate system, right? You can see it's all used and everything, which I have stored in that Everything Mary bag. So I may have to get another Everything Mary because that tote carries this thing everywhere. I travel with her. She stays in the tote anyway, and then I just go because it holds the universal plate system. I'll show you at the end what the tote looks like. But you see what I'm doing? This is a cutting surface. This is the top. Because this is clear, a lot of times you can, if you put it down somewhere, you can misplace it because it's clear. So what I like to do with a colorful cutting plate like this is cut surface and one of these. Yeah. And I do have an extra pack. Every time I get a die cut machine, I always get like 1 or 2 sets of plates. And this is the extended cutting plates. I also have a bunch of, and these work as well, standard cutting plates, which was before they introduced the universal plate system. So I have 3 sets of standard cutting plates, which works. This particular one, I just bought the other day with their Black Friday sale, $5. And they also have these 6-inch plates. The only reason why I'm using both is because there isn't a clear of the 6-inch. It only comes in glitter. While traveling, I'll carry this too. These are all my little die cutting tips. But I think this plate looks pretty good and pretty flat. So I'm going to keep it here, put the pink one on top, save these 2, next set. Alrighty. So now let's go into a little quick tutorial with the pretty girl. Ooh, look at her. Okay, crafters, let's do some basic die cutting. I am using the filigree 8-point star. So there's 2 corners. This is from that new Home Sweet quilt collection, okay? So there are 2 corners that measure the same. I have some scraps here, so the size of it looks like it can work with scraps. You see? Save all your bits. Like so. Let me get my yellow tape. Such a pretty machine. All right, crafters, this is how I actually store my yellow tape. So might as well go into this little quick sidebar. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. It's a washi tape dispenser sold by Hobby Lobby. It holds 3 rolls of yellow tape, the 1/4 inch, 5/8 inch, and I think this is 1.5. I have an original roll of purple tape, which as you can see, don't really use, but I use these. So now I'm going to use that to stick down this little baby right here, which holds, using my yellow tape. Alrighty. So you just center the die between these 2 edges and you center it as best as you can. And this tape is so good, you can reuse it over and over and over again. When I'm running through the machine, I don't run all of this. Sometimes the pressure, you can get accidental over embossing on your cardstock. So I just clip a piece and then run it through my die cut machine. through my new Spellbinders Platinum 6. Let's get the sandwich correct. Now, this is what you use for the standard cutting. Base, top platform, cutting plate. I cut die down. Some people cut die facing up, meaning the cut line's facing up, but I don't. I cut into the cutting plate and top plate, okay? Love, 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 love. And let's go. Ooh, smooth too. Love. There we go. And it's moving my camera. Oh boy, crafters. Then you can take it and rotate it and flip it. Here are the pieces that are popping out. And then see how the yellow tape works? This can hold for, I will put this back in the die storage with that piece of yellow tape and it'll stay there for a couple more uses. Even a month later, you can go back and it'll still be there. It is very interesting. Only time is if you put it a certain way, sometimes the cut line will cut it, but that's with all of them. There we go. Look at that nice detail. Pretty in pink. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'll take the die like this and store it in the envelope. That's how I store it, with all that goodies standing up. So that's die cutting. Easy. And you could use the 2 pink plates, but it's the Craftio OCD. It's like, I'm saving that second pink one. They're both C cutting plates, as you can see. So they're the same exact thing, okay? This you won't lose because you can see it. See all the cuts? But it's flat. Look how it's flat. Love. Let's do some embossing. So I took a sheet of 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, cut it in half at 5.5 inch. Each sheet is the size of the Spellbinders oversized embossing folder, okay? And that's how I like to work with them. When I cut it, I generally go much bigger than I need to. Then I'll pick a certain area and then trim from there. That's why I love this. And then I don't have to be so straight either. Other embossing folders, That's why I think I love these oversized, is that I just have room to play. See? And you can see what you're doing because you can see on the outside that it's lined up in there nicely. This one, 3D. All right, so we know it's a 3D embossing folder. So we're going to take off all 3 of these. Right here it tells you. This is the main area for you to look at when you're doing embossing. That one 2D, this one 3D. So once you make your sandwich, if, for example, you left this in there, right? And I'm going to show it to you with the 3D. It's not going to go. It's going to do like this. Notice? If it starts to go and you can't crank this thing, you back it out. Because you can destroy your machine. Then you'll be like, oh, wait a second. Then you double check and go, oh, I put in the wrong sandwich. But I love that the use of the 3D is just 2 pieces and done. And then you roll it through. I'm going to turn it sideways to roll it through. Yeah, there we go. And there you go. You can spritz it with water if you want to get more detail. Sometimes I don't bother because the water will make the paper bend too. And I kind of like mine to be straight. So I'll skip it because I still get the effect. Okay, and here is the tile reflection 3D embossing folder. Look at that. So pretty. Love. Now let's do a 2D embossing folder. This one is called Scattered Christmas. This is a Spellbinders embossing folder of the month from October. So you can only purchase this at Spellbinders. Super pretty. Look at that detail. Same 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall, but this is a 2-dimensional embossing folder. So you put the sheet of paper in here, whatever size you want to use. So we're going to go the platform top onto the base, the embossing folder, and I'll use this cutting one here for the top. Okay, crafters, so here is what the Scattered Christmas looks like. Pretty. Great detail 2-dimensional, better detail 3-dimensional. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, crafters, many of you had asked, how did I achieve this detail on day 15's December Advent Calendar reveal, where I used the slim embossing folder at the top and bottom. So this is on a 5x7 card. Still love that card with the Home Sweet Quilt collection. I'm using now a smaller size, which is A2. So you take the embossing folder. This worked better for me actually when I did it wider, but I'm going to line it up there. See the dot detail. And then this time, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to put some yellow tape on it from my washi tape dispenser. And just put one piece of tape just to secure it in place, okay? Put it over here like so. And then put on the cutting plate. And you're going to just run it like so. Part ways, like a partial cut. And then stop. And then look at, gently peel it off. And there you go. See the detail? Love. Now we're going to repeat it on the other side. So keep that tape up here. Bring it over. I like that center point to be the point on the bottom. That's where my eye line is going, okay? Secure it. Okay, I'm going to put it in at a little bit of an angle because I do have more wiggle in this machine. See the wiggle? In the other one, it's not as much wiggle. So they improved that feature on this one. Okay, there you go. The two sides are done. Wonderful. Moving on. Now let's use this base and let's put a card together, okay? So from the I Dance, from the Christmas release, there is a dancing snowman, there's a dancing reindeer. I have the dancing Saint Nick, which is Santa. I put Santa together like so. And what I'm going to do is show you how to do the I Dance. Let's see. So I want his leg to be swinging about here. Santa is right there. Isn't that cute? Look at that die cut. Oh, I love this die set so much. It just brings such joy to kids and young at heart. I have some circular foam dots. The circle ones work best for something like this, okay? Yeah, put it right about there. I'm still going to put a little dab of Distress Collage Medium because I don't have a lot of these pop dots and this is not a new pack. So over time, these type of foam things, they start to lose their stick. And just to ensure that it stays in place, just put a little Distress Collage Medium. Yep, there we go. And then peel off the top. And it doesn't take long for it to dry. Put another little dab. These have been in my stash for a while, so I know they're not like new, fresh foam tape. And I also have some foam here on the back, so let me hurry up and peel this off. I remove the tape backing, and then I still have this popped up, the top half. See, I leave this spot open so that can move. And I like to line it up to where right there. Oh, look at Santa. Isn't that adorable? Oh, look. And then his little legs will swing. I'm going to let it set for a little bit. So you can use even the smallest little embossing folders from Spellbinders and still create something wonderful. Okay, crafters, let's just quickly finish up this card. I allowed it to dry. See, my little legs can move. So cute. And I have my A2 card base. I'm going to put some double-sided tape on this. So I'm going to remove the tape backing. Now I'm going to adhere it on my A2 top folding card. I just want to always check my orientation so I don't put Santa upside down like that. I'm going to put him the right orientation, okay? And there we go, just like that. There is little Santa with his little legs. Okay. And now let's put on a sentiment. I am going to use from your Secret Santa. This is from the Glitter Wishes hot foil plate set. 32 pieces. So this is 31 sentiments. And then you also get the sentiment strip die to cut out your sentiment. Adorable. Really great set, and this just works so well with the I Dance and all your other Christmas crafting. I can tell that I use a matte gold hot foil roll for this. I'm going to put the sentiment about there because you don't want the sentiment to be too high. You don't want it to interfere with the swinging mechanism, okay? So I remove the tape backing from my foam strips, and then I'm going to adhere my sentiment in the right orientation there and just gently tap it on. Silver mixed gems, crystal mixed gems. So let's see which one works best with Santa. I love these gems because you can take it out and just look like, oh, that will work. That's too much. So much variety in the crystal mix that you can play and play some more. So I'm liking the opal. Alrighty, let me use my black two-in-one. This is so nice, guys. Alrighty, crafters. I think this card is done. What do you guys think? Cute. And what about this treatment with that day 15 embossing folder? Love, love, love. Alrighty, moving on. Okay, crafters. So I am so loving this beautiful machine. I am so grateful to Spellbinders and scrapbook.com for sending me this beauty, and trust me, she will be well loved and well played with. So this is a solid machine which will give you years and years and years of die cutting joy. The beauty of this kind of format of machine is that it is not a narrow opening. A lot of machines are narrow opening. This one is a wide opening. Why would you want a machine like this? To increase your options for die cutting. That's why I prefer this style of die cutting machine over one with a small opening. So let's do a little mini sidebar about that. There are basically two different styles of dies. There is one that's called the wafer thin die. This one is the one that we store flat, and it looks like this, these little wafer thin pieces, hence the name wafer thin. This style. And these are great. But if you want to increase your options, or you want to take your die cutting into a project, decor, use it to make mini albums, mini album covers, that's when you get into, this is how I started die cutting way back when. This is a different brand, and this is the Spellbinders brand of steel rule dies. So these are called steel rule dies. And what that means is that in here, if you press your finger down, you'll feel a metal blade in here. These type of dies, they can cut heavyweight chipboard, medium weight chipboard. And when you layer the chipboard with your cardstock, all of a sudden you have a project that it can last many, many years on display. If you want to make banners for birthday parties, for your office, it's just there year after year. These are the kind of dies that you're looking at because they give you the foundation. The Platinum 6 will allow me, over the years, if I see a steel rule die that I like, this one makes a bow. Sometimes too, based on the die, the steel rule die, the proportions become bigger. That's why I said home decor, which is great. See the oversized teddy bear here? So with this type of machine, the Platinum 6 will work with this format, this smaller 6-inch format. The length is fine. It's just this one will be a wide format machine. But that Platinum 6 can handle working with these dies on heavier materials and even fabric. Folks who make quilts, their machines are more like the Platinum 6 with the wide opening. They don't use the wafer thin. It's not going to cut through fabric, leather. You're getting that with the steel rule die because these dies are pretty thick, but the machine can handle that. That's another reason why I would say when you're looking at what you're buying for die cutting, I prefer to go with something that gives you all the options because you never know when you're going to need a project. All of a sudden, one of your kids are getting married and there you are and you're like, oh, wait a second. I want to make this and I want to make that. But when you make it out of all cardstock, it can hold, but it's not going to be the same as if you use a steel rule die with chipboard. But this can give you stuff that will last. If you're doing 3D projects, these are really good for that, for longevity. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a, if you didn't know. Because sometimes with the die cutting, we don't know. I always like to have the option of doing what I want to do. The Platinum 6, she's a great machine. Everything that I talked about, even some of the products like the awesome Dancing Santa, will be listed and linked below. Check out the beautiful machine here. She is in matte black with pink cutting plates. Couldn't get any better than that. And I will also put a link for additional cutting plates in clear, etc., and the different sizes too if you're interested, okay? Oh, let me talk about the tote. This is called my Everything Mary tote, and I will put a link for this as well. I got this from Amazon. She comes with, I believe, is it 13 pockets? Something like that. But I wasn't using the pockets before, but now that I have the tool-in-one, oh, guess what? She can go in my pocket. It will arrive like so. And all you need to do to put your Platinum 6 in it. Now, I'm using this until there is a real tote made for the Platinum 6. But this is a nice solution that I have been traveling, road trips. I went to a crop, carried my tote. She lasted the whole time. So it fits the Platinum 6 like so. The only drawback is that my little arm is standing up like so. When I lift up the tote, my arm can still move. So that means that the tote has enough stability to not push up on here and break my arm off. 2 thumbs up for that. Yeah, I was looking around for something because I didn't want to carry her free-handed. When I was doing that and driving, she would start getting banged into things. Here I can contain her. Also, it's an all-in-one. Here is my full universal plate system. So if you have the regular, you can go with the smaller plates, and I can even put in extra cutting plates. These are my 6x6 that I usually use on the road. Cut smaller dies. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And they come in different colors. So I will put a link for this. I get this from Amazon, but she just goes with me everywhere. If I need to craft around the house, I just take her with me, just grab her and go. I know everything is in here. Now I know also my tool-in-one is in the back too. Yes. Alrighty, crafters. Thanks so much for watching this video. Thanks for hanging in there. I hope you got a few little die cutting tips, like extending your pink plates. And what I love the most about the new and improved Platinum 6 is that she comes with the universal plate system, the entire set, and these great pink cutting plates. Love, love, love. So you can get a black tool-in-one or a white tool-in-one. Oh, crafters, this is adorable. If this has been on your wish list, here it is in beautiful black with the universal plate system, and she works well. So until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Bye.